All right. All right. With Cory, he's been with us now 3 months and he just rejoined. So Cory, why don't you give us like a recap of the progress that you've made since you joined, like where you were at velocity wise, where you are now, stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. So when I first joined, I was just starting to play baseball. I never played baseball as a kid, even recreationally. So I was just kind of throwing based on the feel and watching other pitchers. And so when I joined, I was introduced to different concepts like hip shoulder separation and other things that will create velocity in my body. And when I first was able to test out my speeds, I was kind of throwing in like the high 40s, maybe low 50s. And when I was able to implement different things that I was introduced to, it increased slightly. So when I was first introduced to hip shoulder separation, and I was able to, the more I separated my hip and shoulder, I was able to get up to 56 miles an hour. And then I was introduced to other things such as my lead leg block and drifting before I drop. And with that, I was able to get up to, in another month, I was able to get up to hitting low 60s. Now just hitting 63 miles an hour. And beyond that, I'm learning how to throw the knuckleball, which is a work in progress, but is still definitely learning a lot being in this program about the knuckleball that I never knew before. And
Hmm.
so everything that I'm being introduced to in this program is helping me progress just a little more. And every time I send my new mechanics or more feedback, I can get more mechanical feedback and just touch up every little thing step by step on how I can improve. And you know, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. So in the 3 months, what would you say, like number wise, that you've gained velocity like? Would you say 10, 15? What would you say as far as speed that you've gained?
So when I was first joined, I was probably sitting because when I first joined, I wasn't able to test my velocity, but then I increased it a little bit, and then I was sitting high 50s. So I would estimate I was sitting, or high 40s. So then I would estimate I was sitting maybe mid 40s. And
Mhm.
now, if I haven't been able to get to a mound in a while, but on flat ground, even on flat ground, um, if I really focus on my mechanics and really drive, I'm sitting maybe mid to high 50s. So maybe just about 10 miles an hour. Yeah.
About 10 miles an hour in 3 months. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Really, really cool, man. So what would you say um are the number one or two different things that you like the most about the program that helped you the most?
Just the best thing about it is the mechanical feedback. I mean,
Yeah.
you get introduced to things you may not know that I definitely didn't know about, like the
Hmm.
sequence of drift, drop, rotate, block, and
Hmm.
just focusing on rotational power. And so once you get introduced to those concepts and try and implement them in your mechanics, the best thing about this is you can take videos and you'll just tell me what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, and it's it's just kind of exactly what I need. It's just
Absolutely,
hey, I
yeah.
feel like I'm not doing this adequately. We're gonna add this drill, and so just the
Yeah.
hands-on ability is really cool, and the experience that you have with the knuckleball, able to teach that to pitchers. I mean, you keep giving me advice with my knuckleball every time to keep improving it, and it does improve it every time. So the experience that you have that you're able to give to young pitchers, I definitely think is an advantage in this program as well.
Awesome, man. Yeah, no, you've been a really good student, and it's been an absolute pleasure and honor, working with you and getting you better. I know we've really just started, and we're gonna go all the way,
For sure.
get you 100 times better. What would you say to someone that, they're interested, but they're kind of on the fence? Obviously, when you're talking about online programs, most people are kind of skeptical, right? Like, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about joining?
I mean, it's just in my opinion, it hasn't been any different than what in-person training would be. I mean, you're able to watch the videos. It's up to me to get you the videos. And if you just want to get you, if I can get you those videos, show you my mechanics, it's no different. You can pinpoint
Exactly.
every little thing that I'm doing, and it's, it's really no different. It's just it's helped me immensely. So I don't, as long as I get you those videos, I don't mean to sound redundant, but as long as I get you those videos and you just look at them, there's really no disadvantage there. You can tell me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the same as in person, because that's what I do in person is look at people's mechanics and give drills. But the advantages are that we're able to do this, in our rooms, so we're not having to drive out to a field. We can do it every single day, right?
Yeah,
We get
that's
feedback
true.
every day.
That's
Um,
very true. Yeah.
we can have a program for every day and track progress, and it's 1,000 times more affordable. Imagine if we were doing in-person lessons like a couple times a week. That would cost thousands of dollars over a
Right.
month, right? And so there's some big advantages, that we can get crazy progress.
Definitely is an advantage to be able to schedule a call whenever I'm ready. And
Yeah,
because I'm up here in Maine where there's a lot of snow, so
yeah.
it's an advantage for me to be able to do this remotely for sure. So
Absolutely. Yeah, you wouldn't even really be able to, yeah, get out, and they would just be based in time. And I'm in Los Angeles, so it's a big difference. So that's awesome, man. Yeah, you're one of our really good students. Like I said, we're really, happy to have you, and we're gonna keep this just the beginning. So we're gonna keep going. So, um, anything else? Any last thing you'd want to say to anybody watching this?
now if you're thinking about it, I'd say just pull the trigger. This has helped me. Yeah, it's helped me immensely. Even things, if you think you know everything, there's just one little thing that you can learn to put you over that edge, make you that much better.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate that. Thank you,
Yeah.
man.